On any given afternoon, a teenager might be running a track, studying for a chemistry test, and digesting a meal, all at the same time. These are three completely different biological processes, requiring different speeds, chemicals, and energy. It raises the question of how one body can physically coordinate all of them simultaneously. Looking closer, a human is actually a collection of trillions of microscopic, independent living units called cells. But a single cell is limited in what it can do. If trillions of these units simply acted independently, without any shared direction, the body would be a disorganized heap rather than a functional person. To build a person, life relies on a specific organizational hierarchy based on specialization and coordination. The foundation of this hierarchy is the cell, which serves as the basic structural and functional unit of every living thing. To accomplish large-scale tasks, these units specialize. They move away from being generalists and instead focus on one specific function within the body. When groups of these identical, specialized cells work together to perform that shared job, they form a tissue. The shape of a cell is designed for its role. Epithelial cells are flat and packed tight to create a protective barrier, like your skin. Muscle cells are long and spindle-shaped, allowing them to physically contract and relax to create movement. This transition from individual cells to organized tissues is what allows life to build functional materials out of microscopic parts. But moving a body or digesting food requires more than just one type of tissue. When multiple different tissue types combine to perform a single complex task, they form an organ. Your heart is a prime example. It uses muscle tissue to pump the blood, nervous tissue sets the electrical rhythm, and connective tissue holds the entire organ together. This rule applies across all multicellular life. A plant leaf is also a biological organ, using various tissues to capture sunlight and manage gas exchange. While an organ performs a specific task, survival requires multi-step processes. This is where organs join together to form an organ system, much like individual players forming a sports team. In your digestive system, the mouth, stomach, and intestines are all separate organs, but they link together to form a unified pipeline that breaks down food and absorbs nutrients. Plants follow the same logic, separating their work into a root system for absorbing water and a shoot system for growth and reproduction. These systems allow an organism to manage survival processes that are far too complex for any single organ to handle on its own. The final level of this hierarchy is the organism, where all these systems operate as a single integrated whole. At this level, every system is interdependent. Your respiratory system can pull in oxygen, but it cannot move that oxygen to your brain without the circulatory system. This high level of integration allows for complex life, but it also creates a vulnerability. If one part of the chain fails, it can trigger a cascade effect through the entire body. A health issue often starts at the very bottom of the hierarchy. For example, a bacterial infection begins by attaching to and damaging individual lung cells. As those cells fail, the surrounding tissue is compromised, and the entire organ struggles for air. This deprives the circulatory system of oxygen, spreading systemic failure and leaving the organism sick. This is why choices like eating a balanced diet or breathing clean air are so important. They are the primary ways you protect this coordinated cellular team. From a single breath to a physical step, every action is the result of trillions of microscopic teammates successfully executing their specialized roles.